Coffee with Joe. I'm back. Unfortunately, sooner than I wanted to be. A lot of things happened in the last 4 days over the weekend that were really scary, and they might potentially happen again. So I wanted to give you guys an update before my body might go through it again. I'm sure a lot of you heard what happened through my mom or my husband. But this weekend was really scary. I went into anaphylactic shock twice. And I want to talk about it before I could potentially go back into it again. So last time I sent a video out to you guys was not that long ago. I think it was Thursday last week. And I talked about how sad I was and how I was having chest pain and really struggling. And right after the video, I got a swarm of messages from so many people, lots of church people, friends, family. It was quite incredible and really overwhelming in a very good way. Lots of advice, people for counseling and stuff like that, different people, even from people outside the province that do online counseling and stuff. And so I just really appreciate those messages, guys. I know it took me a while to get back to it, just because I've been in and out of the hospital, but it meant a lot, and we had a lot of people drop off food, do grocery trips for us. It has been absolutely incredible, and those things mean so much because I have no energy. I can barely move right now. My body's gone through a lot over the last little bit, and Steve is in school and he has to work and try to keep the house clean and stuff. And so it just little things, when people send us messages saying how are you doing, when people bring us food that's already cooked, when people bring us groceries, because I can't be alone right now and I can't go grocery shopping with Steve. So those things really mean a lot to us. So I just want to say thank you guys for that. It's truly appreciated, and the prayers are truly appreciated. I felt those prayers this weekend. For those of you who didn't know what happened, I really actually felt them in the midst of everything, and I really appreciate it. So Thursday I made that video. The response from you guys was great, and then Friday was okay, but Saturday morning I woke up. It's the whole weekend's a little bit of a blur, so I might get some of it mixed up and everything. But I think it was Saturday morning. I woke up and I was I rolled over, and my body just had this burn go through me. It was the inside of me was burning, and I was what the heck? I wasn't sweating, I was just burning inside. And I couldn't move. My muscles were clenching. And I really had to go to the bathroom, so I went to the bathroom, and right after I went to the bathroom, I got up and I felt like I was going to fall over. And I've had those dizzy spells before because of my POTS disease, but this was a completely different one. This one was I was going to black out. And then I got super nauseous, and all of a sudden I had breathing problems, and I was this is not okay. This is really scary. And I woke up Steve, and I was I need to go to the hospital. He's you want me to take you? I'm no, you need to call 911 right now. And at the point I could still breathe, but I was hyperventilating. He called 911. He got me Becky the Bucket. We call her Becky the Bucket, my puke bucket. And then as he's literally on the phone with him, my mouth started swelling, and I started blacking out. This is where everything kind of goes fuzzy for me. I was kind of I was conscious, but not really there. And so the things that I picked up on and what they referred or referenced to me afterwards was, they asked me to open my mouth. They couldn't see the roof of my mouth. My tongue was huge. They couldn't see my uvula. My lips started swelling. My throat was massive. So I was going into anaphylactic shock. And this Saturday, they gave me 3 EpiPens, which is unheard of. Usually 1, maybe 2. We've talked to paramedic friends and stuff like that, and I had 2. So they gave me 1 when the ambulance got here. They gave me 1, and then I got even worse in the ambulance after that. It didn't get better, so then they gave me another one in the ambulance, and then when I got to the hospital, the doctor was like, how many EpiPens has she had? And they said 2 already. And he was like, what? And so he's like, okay, well, we got to put another one in her. And this part I remember very clearly because I knew it was serious, but I didn't know how serious it was. And he said they were prepared to put me in ICU if this EpiPen didn't work, because it was going really, really quick on Saturday. And I was like I knew, but I didn't know. Like, I just had no energy to realize like how I could have died. And I had no, like, it's so hard to explain, guys. Like, you know, but you don't know. And like, you care, but you don't care at the same time because you have no energy to care. You're just like, I was just there and I was just like, do anything. So they had, within an hour, they injected 3 EpiPens in me, 2 things of Benadryl, 2 things of Gravel, and a steroid. Just like crazy injections. They also had a really hard time getting blood from me. I'm wearing a sweater right now, but like my arms, I might post a picture, are like black and blue. My thighs are black and blue because of the EpiPens. They put in your thigh. The first one was really painful because I didn't know what to expect. I've never had an EpiPen before. I am allergic to a lot of medication. When I was little, I went to anaphylactic shock for medication, but like I was 3 and 5, so I don't remember any of it. I don't even know if I got an EpiPen. So this is the first time this has happened since I was like 5 years old. So the first one burnt. They say, like, I heard my entire life when you get an EpiPen, they like stab you and then like they inject this stuff in you and it's really, really scary. They don't like actually stab you. Or cats on the counter. This is distracting. They don't actually stab you, but it feels like it because they put it in you and then they press a button and like it like goes in you, so it feels like it's stabbing you, and then when the liquid comes in you, it like burns. So the first like one I felt after that, like I didn't really care. Like it hurt, but like I didn't care because I was just so out of it, and I was just like, give me everything. Like I just want to live at this point. And it was really, really scary. So I was in the hospital on Saturday. I was there for less time on Saturday than I was the next time around. But it was really scary, and they prescribed me with 2 EpiPens when they released me. I was there from 8 hours, so, but like, you didn't feel like it. Like I was there from like 5 a.m. to like noon or 1. So like I was released earlier on in the day because I went there earlier on. So the rule is that after the medication wears off, and like you have to be stable for 4 hours after the medication wears off. So that's what they did. Then they prescribed me with 2 EpiPens, and they told me, they said it can happen again. We didn't know what the reaction was to. It was just really quick, and like I didn't eat anything that was like out of the ordinary that we thought of or whatever. The only thing that happened was that Friday. Oh, I forgot to mention this. So that Thursday I made the video. Friday I went to my doctor. I told her about the chest pain, everything that was happening, and she thought it was gastritis from being on prednisone. So she prescribed me 2 medications. She prescribed me an ear medication because it looked like I had a slight ear infection. And then she also prescribed me a stomach medication or whatever to take. So that was a new medication I took on Friday. And then Saturday I woke up with the anaphylactic shock. So Steve mentioned that. He mentioned my Entyvio, because the moment I got my Entyvio, the next morning I woke up with the chest pain. That's when everything started. I just didn't go to the hospital. So because I would still be able to breathe. So we didn't know exactly what it was, but they were like, follow up with your doctor to get an allergy test. And I said, okay, well, and they were like, it can happen again. Because especially they said, if it is the Entyvio, like it is in my system. It has been in my system for 2 weeks. It goes through your blood, like it's in you, like you can't get it out. So you have to like really monitor, really watch it. And I was like, okay. I didn't really, to be honest, I didn't really take it seriously. I was like, this is like one and done, like I'm okay. We're gonna stop taking the newer medications. It probably isn't the Entyvio. We thought it was a stomach pill. I came home tried to sleep. I could not sleep though. I was in so much pain. I was still having chest pain, but like I could breathe still. And I thought like, okay, well then like I just have chest pain. Like if it is a gastritis and I can't take that medication, then like this is just the pain I have to live with. So like I couldn't sleep because of the chest pain. I was really, really struggling. My knees, also because they injected so much fluid in me, my knees were swollen. They were massive. My ankles were massive, and Steve had to rub my legs for like hours because I literally was in so much pain, and I was afraid to take any pain medication because I was so afraid to. I didn't know what was going on in my body. So Saturday, and then I still didn't sleep really. Sunday came around. I slept I think 1 hour on Saturday night. Like that was it. It really sucked. I was exhausted. Sunday came around. Everything was going fine on Sunday. And then Monday morning, it happened all over again. I woke up. This time it was a little bit different. I woke up and I like felt it pretty quickly. Like I knew it was happening because I had to go to the bathroom. Then I got nauseous and I was like, oh, here we go. I started sweating and I was like, before my throat even started closing, before I got that lump in my throat and everything, I woke up Steve and I was like, Steve, I think this is another allergic reaction. And he's like, okay, let me see your mouth. He saw my mouth. It wasn't swollen at that point. And then I was like at the EpiPen and we were like, well, wait, like maybe not. We're not sure. Like this is the first time this has happened. We're new at this, right? So he called 911. He explained to them what happened. And as he's on the phone with 911, they asked him to look at my mouth again. This is in the span of like 45 seconds, guys. And he asked me to open my mouth. And right away, he was like, yep, her tongue's starting to swell. I can't see her uvula now. She can barely open her mouth. My throat started lumping up again. I was like, oh my gosh, here we go again. This time around, I was a little bit more aware because like I just went through this, but I was still like out of it. Again, this time they gave me 4 EpiPens. So I had Steve injected 1 into me here before the ambulance got here. I had 2 in the ambulance, and then I had 1 in the hospital. Plus then our 2 things of Benadryl, plus another thing or 2 things of Gravel. And there's another anti-nausea medication that they gave me too. I was so nauseous, guys. It was really bad. And I couldn't breathe at the same time, so like you're like choking kind of. It was really scary. And I got there at 7 a.m. I did not leave till 11:30 at night. After the 4 hours wore off from the first round of medications, my lips started going numb again and my tongue started swelling again. So they gave me another round of steroids and they gave me more Benadryl. That knocked me out a little bit, which was nice because this whole time in the hospital, I am like unconscious, but I'm awake. Like I wasn't sleeping. So the Benadryl knocked me out a bit and I was like on and off sleeping kind of. It was really, there was a huge commotion in my room though, because like people were coming in and out a lot to check on me. Eventually I was moved to observation and stuff because I didn't need to be on the heart monitor anymore. I was becoming more stable. And so we were looking back at everything, and we do truly believe that it is the Entyvio, because that's when the chest pain started. We actually like talked to, or Steve had a meeting with our pharmacist, and that stomach pill that I've had that before multiple times in the past for stomach aches. So that's probably not it. So we do think that it is the Entyvio, and it was just like I started reacting to it, but the not breathing was like a late onset. That's what they said, which is really, really scary because it's not a food. It's not something that I ate and I just like get it out of me. Like this is in my blood. So they prescribed us 3 more EpiPens. So I have 4 now. I've had a total of 5 over the last like 4 days. And they gave me 2 days of steroids. So today's my last day on steroids. And to be honest, I am afraid. It was very, very scary this weekend. They told me it could happen again because of the fact that it's in my system and like I don't know what to do. I have seen my GP. I saw my GP yesterday. We just walked in because it was an emergency, and she is sending me for allergy testing. We're testing for that stomach pill just in case, and Tibio, and fish, because I had fish Friday night and I had fish Sunday night before I went to the hospital. But I've been eating fish my whole life, but I'm avoiding it right now. Like I don't want anything, so I'm not having fish until I get tested. So we're testing for those 3 things. I also called my GI doctor about what happened. My next injection though is on the 12th. I haven't heard back from a GI doctor yet. I have talked to a nurse, but like he hasn't called me back yet. So hopefully he'll call me back tomorrow. If I don't hear back from him tomorrow, I'm supposed to call the office again. But I'm scared. I don't know what to do. I don't know what my doctor's gonna do. I don't know what he's gonna say. Like, it's in me. Like, I can't get it out of me. And I go off steroids tomorrow. And yesterday and today were the first 2 days in a very long time that I have not had chest pain. That I have been able to breathe. Yesterday I slept. Today I slept. Finally. Like 4 hours on, 4 hours off, like kind of thing. Like my sleep schedule is completely off. But I'm also afraid to sleep. I was the first night. Now that I have no pain right now, I'm not afraid. But like when I had chest pain and stuff and I came back, like I was afraid to go to bed. I was Eddie. Let's keep it PG. What are you doing? No. Sorry guys. But I was I was very, fur babies, they bring me joy and such sadness. But yeah, I was afraid. I still am afraid, to be honest. I don't think, I've had fear in my life, but not like this. This is a whole different type of fear. This is a fear of dying. It's a fear of not knowing what's going to happen. It's a fear of not knowing I literally don't know what to do. Like normally I'm like, I'll go to a doctor. Okay, let's try this thing. I don't know what to do. And I feel like it's just one thing after another. And it's really, really scary. And I just,
For sure.
Stop. Bloopers. But one thing that I do know that is solid is my love from my husband. He's been there through everything. He is strong. I can't imagine what it must be like to watch your loved one, seeing them go through that and they have no idea what's happening, not being able to come to a hospital, not like being able to be there and advocate for me. Yeah, there's a lot of tears that were cried from both of us the last while. We're both pretty emotional. We both have fear for the next however long. And another thing though that's very solid is definitely my faith in Jesus Christ. Even through all that, I can't even explain it to you guys. I could feel people praying. I have never felt people praying, and I know people are praying, like, you know how people say I'm praying for you and you know it's true and stuff like that, and it does help you, but I've never actually physically felt prayers until this weekend, and it was a very surreal thing. We need to not, okay? It was very surreal and very, there we go. Yeah, I can't explain it. It's an incredible feeling. I mean, I don't want to necessarily feel that again because I don't want to go back, but I did like physically feel those prayers. I know God is watching over me and over us, and I know that Jesus Christ was there the entire time. He was in that room. He was in the ambulance. He was in this bedroom. He was in this house. And that is literally what I'm holding on to right now. That's it. I have nothing left. I've never been so sore. I've never been so low and felt so defeated in my entire life. But I still have hope in Jesus, and he has never, ever, even though I'm going through all this, has never given a reason for me to not have faith in him, because I'm still here. And there's a reason why I'm going through this. And I know that, and sometimes I'm so mad at him. I am only human, and sometimes I'm like, why, God? Like, what did I do? Why am I being put through this? And then I realize, like, I don't always see the purpose that God has for me. And sometimes it's scary, and sometimes it's emotional, and sometimes I get very angry about it. But even though I am angry at him, even though that I yell at him inside sometimes, outside even, he never walks away. He's literally the perfect father. You know when you're a little girl and you're mad, or a little boy, and you're mad at your dad, and you do a temper tantrum, and you were stomping, you're in the grocery store because he said, no, you couldn't have that candy, and you are giving the worst attitude of your life, he still loves you. Like, your dad is still there, and he is still, like, he will love you. You may run away, you might kick, you might push, you might scream, you might call him names, but he will not leave you. And that is God. He's the perfect father. And I have been mad at him, I have pushed him away, but he has never left me. And I've never, even though I've been mad at him and even though I pushed him away, I've never doubted God. And I was just a little pick-me-up right there for myself. I've never said those things out loud recently, but that's very important for me and for Steve right now. It's just our faith in Christ. He's literally, I don't know where we would be without God. I have no idea. So I really wanted to share what happened with you guys over this past weekend, just because I don't know where I'm going to be tomorrow. I don't know what's going to happen over the next week. So if I am not responsive, if you message me and it takes me like a week to get back, if I cancel a plan with you because something is happening, I'm so sorry. But everything is completely up in the air. Like, this is the first time where I'm like, I don't know what's gonna happen, and I literally have to let God. That like saying, that cliche kind of saying, like, I literally have to do that, and that's what I'm doing, because I have no idea what's going to happen. But thank you everyone so much for your prayers, for your support. The tiny little things that you guys have been doing, the messages, everything, like, it means the world. So thank you. If you need to get a hold of us or me, it's probably best for you to go through Steve right now, because I am so out of it, and like, I am basically like, I can barely hold up a conversation at the moment, because of all the medication and my sleeping, and it's really difficult for me right now, really, really difficult. And I don't know what's going to happen over the next while. So please, if you need to get a hold of us, maybe try to go through Steve. If I don't respond, I'm so sorry. Please don't be mad at me. But yeah, prayers are really, really appreciated. And hopefully I will be making a video soon-ish again, but it will be a more positive video, and we'll get some answers, because I can't anymore. I can't do it. I'm exhausted. So yeah, thank you so much, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.